Welcome to this edition of Action Video Game Talk. I am your host, Scott Action Jackson, and I am here actually at my girlfriend's place. And a previous video is recorded, which will probably be uploaded later on. But until then, we got some actual news articles to get to. When Yoshi's New Island comes out for 3DS on March 14th, gamers will have the option to buy the game with a new 3DS XL bundle. The unit retails for $199.99. While the game goes for $39.99 all by itself, the bundle's price is in line with most of the Nintendo 3DS XL's bundles, where it's cheaper than getting the game and the system separate. Now, it is always nice when Nintendo releases these 3DS XL bundles, because, like I said, it is cheaper than buying the game and system separately. And this is supposed to come out March 14th, but I did happen to see this for sale at Walmart. So they're breaking the street date here. But yeah, like I keep saying about when the news breaks of these 3DS XL bundles, they are always nice when they do happen. And it is, like I said, it's a great deal. Sony has revealed the first two titles PlayStation Plus owners will get in March. The month kicks off with a title each for PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4. Dead Nation Apocalypse Edition is a returned vision of Horst Marquette's PlayStation Network title. Tomb Raider's inclusion comes just after the release of the Definitive Edition on new-gen hardware. Dead Nation Apocalypse Edition? Have absolutely no clue what that's about. I'm guessing it's just a standard zombie shooter. And Tomb Raider, I've tried on 360, and the reboot's kind of nice. Sony PlayStation, always try to give us some good games as part of this PlayStation Plus Instant Game Collection. And it is sometimes worth it. You only pay $50 for a year, and you do get lots of free games, especially for PlayStation 3 and PlayStation Vita members. PlayStation 4 members, not really so much. PSP once in a blue moon nowadays. In recent years, Sony has launched a so-called Spring Fever sale on the PlayStation Network that gives PlayStation Plus subscribers a particular steep discount on lots of games and DLC. This year, of course, is absolutely no different. Spring Fever 2014 is starting. Here's what you can expect. Keep in mind that this sale is for North American users only. Week 1, March 4th through March 10th, Awesomenauts Assemble, Master Reboot, Need for Speed Carbon, Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, Need for Speed Most Wanted, Need for Speed The Run. Week 2, March 11th through March 17th, Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, Call of Duty Black Ops, Call of Duty Black Ops 2, Towerfall Ascension, Vessel. Week 3, March 18th through March 24th, Grand Theft Auto 3, Grand Theft Auto 4, Grand Theft Auto 5, Grand Theft Auto Vice City, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, Grand Theft Auto Liberty City Stories, Grand Theft Auto Vice City Stories, Grand Theft Auto Chinatown Wars, Grand Theft Auto Episodes of Liberty City, Luft Razors, SteamWorld Dig. Week 4, March 25th through March 31st, Bioshock, Bioshock 2, Bioshock Infinite, and Fez. So PlayStation is having its yearly Spring Fever sale. So the first week, which is the present week, will be more or less focused on the Need for Speed games and the DLC content for it. Week 2 will be covering mostly the Call of Duty games. Got Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare, all the way up to the Black Ops 2 game. The third week will include a crap ton of Grand Theft Auto games, from Grand Theft Auto 3 to Vice City, even Grand Theft Auto 5, and probably some of the DLC in between there. The last week focuses on Bioshock, and there was quite a bit of DLC for those games. With the Spring Fever sale, they do have some good deals going on for these franchises if you're into the games. Deadline Hollywood confirmed that Screen Gems will distribute a live-action film adaptation of The Last of Us, and that Neil Druckmann, the creative director of the game, is writing the script. Naughty Dog's Evan Wells, Christopher Bellista, and Bruce Straley are also joining the creative team, partnering with Sam Raimi and his Ghost House Pictures to craft the film. The story arc of The Last of Us is one of the most praised elements of the game, but it remains to be seen how close the film adaptation will stick to the narrative framework. Now, it is great to see that The Last of Us movie is moving forward, even though it is only a few things. And of course, with The Last of Us being adapted into a movie, the people behind it are still going to be keeping their eye on two other video game movies, one of which is being Warcraft and the other one Assassin's Creed. The fact that apparently Sam Raimi is attached to The Last of Us is fun, especially with them being known for his Evil Dead franchise. That'll add to the creepy clickers and creatures from The Last of Us. Call of Duty Ghost players on Xbox One and 360 can mark April 3rd on their calendar for when they'll be able to grab the next set of DLC. Ghost's second DLC pack, Devastation, is bringing 4 new small and medium-sized maps, a new hybrid weapon, and a second episode of its Extinction saga. The 4 maps take place at a Mayan temple, a mangled container ship, a giant excavation digger in South America, and a reimagined version of Dome from Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. The new weapon is the Digger, which is a tactical 2-in-1 weapon that can switch between a submachine gun and assault rifle on the fly. The second episode of Extinction is titled Mayday, and will close with a battle against a 100-foot-tall alien boss named the Kraken. So now we come across Call of Duty Ghost's latest DLC map pack, Devastation, the second part of the Odin Season Pass, and apparently with the Extinction mode, includes a battle against a 100-foot-tall alien boss named the Kraken. So, you go from fighting other soldiers to fighting aliens in Call of Duty, let alone a huge alien called the Kraken. This is starting to sound more and more like a weird Halo game. You might have been too late to get the drop on the Titanfall system bundle, but Microsoft has something else to sweeten the Xbox One pot. For a limited time and starting soon, you can get Forza 5 for free. The Xbox One recently received a price drop in the UK, which is still paying more than the North American when currency conversions are taken into account. The Forza bundle does not appear to include the 1 month of Xbox Live membership that the Titanfall also included. The bundle will start appearing at retailers next week. So Microsoft has announced another Xbox One bundle, this time with Forza Motorsports 5, and the price has still not dropped on it. It's still about $500, and apparently this bundle is going to be limited, but we'll see about that. I mean, some of the holiday bundles for the Xbox 360s are still on sale, and I think those were just supposed to be on a limited bundle too. Microsoft has announced the 2 titles featured in March's Xbox Live games with Gold. Both will leave you protecting your kingdom from oncoming invaders. From March 1st through 15th, Xbox Live Gold members can download 2008's Civilization Revolution. This accessible take on Firaxis' long-running strategy series is a great entry point into the franchise. On the second half of the month, Trendy Entertainment's 2011 Xbox Live arcade release, Dungeon Defenders, is free. This title blends traditional tower defense over more hands-on combat. So it seems Microsoft is trying to do what Sony is doing with their PlayStation Plus membership, but with this games with gold. And apparently this month, it's not really that good of a selection of games. But at least they're trying. Titanfall will be getting a mix of paid and free DLC, along with the Season Pass, according to the Respawn founder Vince Vampella. We plan to do DLC to support the game. We're going to do paid DLC. We're also going to do free updates, he said. We're going to add in. There's things that we want in the game that we didn't get to ship in the final game, so we'll add private matches and things like that for free. We're going to do a season pass just because if you're buying up front, you'll get a deal. We're not doing microtransactions, so you know a season pass is just buy it up front and get a better price. The Titanfall Season Pass will cost you $24.99 on Xbox One, Xbox 360, and PC. This is a $5 savings over purchasing the 3 content drops separately. The PC version will also be getting a digital deluxe edition that includes the game and the Season Pass for $79.99. Both the Season Pass and the Deluxe Edition can be purchased now from the Origin storefront. Respawn has also made it clear that the Season Pass on one platform will not entitle users to content on another. If you haven't yet upgraded from Xbox 360 to Xbox One, you won't be able to bring your Season Pass with you. So, the guys that I know that are gamers are really looking forward to this Titanfall game. And the fact that they just announced a season pass for it and that some of the DLC content is going to be free to download is a nice thing for the fans of the game. And they also revealed this price for the season pass, which usually does save you a lot more money compared to getting the extra DLC separate. And the price for the PC Digital Deluxe Edition is awesome compared to the price of the standard game on top of the season pass. Respawn is also doing what some others are with some other games, and that's if you have like a 360, the same season pass won't transfer over to the Xbox One. You do have to get separate ones. So you do have to get a season pass for the Xbox One if you're playing it on that version, and one for the 360 if you're playing it on that system. You can't just cross-platform. Americans and Canadians, this is content that won't be in your version of South Park: The Stick of Truth. The humorous screen takes the place of material censored from the European versions of the title. The versions released this week in Europe, the Middle East, Africa, and Australia will, in varying degrees based on territory, be missing mini games and scenes related to alien anal probes. Now, instead of simply removing the scenes completely, it seems South Park creators Matt Stone and Trey Parker have chosen to offer a cheeky text description instead, leaving the scenes up to the player's imagination. Cleverly, this method of censorship acknowledges the removal of a scene rather than simply pretending it never existed, and it doesn't leave players wondering what happens either. The anal probing scenes also landed the RPG in trouble in Australia, where it was refused a rating twice before being classified R18+ on the third attempt, with the anal probe sequence replaced by text description and a still image of a koala crying. Ubisoft commented that this was a market decision. With as over the top as South Park can be, who wasn't expecting this censorship? From what I've heard, the game itself is almost perfect. Considering what countries these are going to, a few of them have seen worse stuff than what's on the South Park series, let alone this game. Ubisoft saying that it was just that this is a market decision is like, are you really sure about that? BioWare is discussing the possibility of remastering the Mass Effect trilogy for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. The news comes from the general manager of the developers Edmonton and Montreal studios, who revealed on Twitter that the topic has been brought up internally, though nothing solid has been decided. While a remastered re-release of the original trilogy could still happen, it's unclear how long it would take to create, seeing as most of the studios presumably hard at work on the next installment of the franchise. I would love the idea of the Mass Effect trilogy on the PS4 and Xbox One. Now currently, they got the Mass Effect trilogy on Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. PS3 has 3 discs, Xbox 360 has 5. So if they bring it over, it would hopefully fit onto one. But when Mass Effect first came out on the 360, this was as close as we were going to get for an actual full Star Trek game. And then since then, it did also have a following for those people who played the other BioWare games like the Star Wars Old Republic, or Knights of the Old Republic. So I do hope that this does happen, even though they said that their team are currently working on the next gen version of the next chapter of the Mass Effect saga. The developer that made Arkham a household name is back. Rocksteady is hoping to raise the bar even higher on what will be its final Arkham game. Set after the events of Arkham City, Batman Arkham Knight may just end the Dark Knight's journey. As you probably guessed from the cover imagery, the Batmobile is finally a core element of the gameplay. An entirely new area of Gotham City is far larger than Arkham City, has much wider streets to accommodate the new driving gameplay that is designed to integrate smoothly with Batman's gliding and grapple traversal. Batman chases down supervillains Scarecrow, Penguin, Two-Face, Harley Quinn, and more. Major US retailer GameStop has listed Batman Arkham Knight's release date as October 14, 2014. October 14th is a Tuesday, the traditional day games are released in the US, indicating this isn't a placeholder but the actual release date. With Batman Arkham Knight announced, Rocksteady is already promoting its pre-order bonus. According to the official site, putting your money down early lets you play as Joker's psycho girlfriend Harley Quinn. The blurb promises a unique style of weapons, gadgets, and abilities for Harley, and a set of 4 exclusive challenge maps. So, a lot got revealed about Batman Arkham Knight. Well, kinda a lot. First, it's going to be next-gen only, so it's going to be PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. And you could see this coming, especially with the technology. I mean, they were probably aiming to be next generation's games for what is apparently going to be the last game in the Arkham franchise. And also, it appears a release date of October 14th, 2014 has been released. And I can see that coming because it's on Tuesday, and all the other Batman Arkham games have released in October. So I believe this actual release date is the final date that's going to come out. At least so far. And adding on top of that, this Arkham game, you're going to be able to drive around the Batmobile, finally. They're supposed to introduce a new character that I think is going to be called the Arkham Knight. It's supposed to be the bad guy to Batman, somehow. It's supposed to be, I guess, an original character for this game. And the pre-order bonus for this game is supposed to be the Harley Quinn challenge maps for Harley Quinn. You could play as her. So who knows what kind of weapons and abilities you'll be able to play with her, considering that she's crazy. According to a leaked trailer, a tweak from UK retailer Game and Ubisoft, Watch Dogs will arrive on May 27th for Xbox One, Xbox 360, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 3, and PC. As previously announced, a Wii U release will be coming later. So finally, we're getting an actual release date for Watch Dogs. We'll be able to start playing the game May 27th, and the Wii U version of it is still expected to come later on, which I don't understand that. I tried looking up some info on this, and they said that they're trying to get their team together to make the Wii U version bigger. So I guess they're trying to work on the little game tablet to have additional features. And something about 8-person multiplayer. But it is great to see that they finally got a release date, and hopefully they will stick with it and not push it back another year. The good news is that Dark Souls 2 has a release date on PC. The bad news is that those of you hoping to play on that platform will be waiting an additional 6.5 weeks. Bandai Namco has locked in the PC version of Dark Souls 2 for April 25th. According to the game's Facebook page, From Software is using the additional time to perfect the adaptation for mouse and keyboard. The PC version will also include enhanced texture resolution and frame rate. So what we got here is another case of good news, bad news. The good news is that PC gamers, there is a release date for Dark Souls for the PC. The bad news is you're gonna have to wait some more, about 6.5 more weeks. You know, they're wanting to perfect the mouse and keyboard along with the enhanced texture resolution and frame rate. No matter how much you try to make it look pretty, you're still gonna have characters that end up dying over and over. All the players want to do is play this game. Activision has announced that the Amazing Spider-Man 2 will be available on April 29th in North America and May 2nd in Europe, as well as revealed pre-order bonuses. Those who pre-order this title on PS4, Xbox One, PS3, 360, or PC from either GameStop in North America or Game in the UK will receive 4 special in-game suits, each possessing unique combat bonuses. The costumes, in which you can glimpse in the image, are the red and gold Iron Spider-Man suit, the blue and white Cosmic Spider-Man suit, the Venom-like black suit, and the Spider-Man Noir suit. Now, me, I'm one of those guys who actually loves playing the Spider-Man games, because in most of them you have an open world, open city world, where you can actually explore in between the buildings and stuff like that. Adding on top of that, some of the pre-order bonuses for the Amazing Spider-Man 2 game are going to be additional costumes that will also give you unique combat bonuses. That's a bonus, especially look at what ones we got. We got the Iron Spider-Man suit from the Civil War era, the blue and white Cosmic Spider-Man suit, the Venom black suit, the symbiote costume and the Spider-Man Noir suit from the Shattered Dimensions. Now, I know if I get this game, I will definitely be playing with the Venom suit along with the Iron Spider-Man suit, because I like the way these suits look. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this, especially with them releasing it for the next generation systems too. Now, as far as this past week's major releases, there's South Park: The Stick of Truth on PC, PlayStation for PC and PS3. XCOM: The Enemy Unknown: The Complete Edition for PC. Awesome Knots Assemble for PlayStation 4. Dead Nation Apocalypse Edition for PlayStation 4. And those past two were downloads, I think, along with the Walking Dead one. So that does as far as the articles and the news to share with you guys. I am also going to be putting up the little bits of news that I have been doing so far, with 1 minute, 2 minute ones. Also, there will be a making of video being posted, or already posted, but becoming public, which is the first part. I'm planning on making multiple parts, and that should do it for the show. Once again, I'll put a link down below in the description in case you want to try and follow us over on Facebook. Otherwise, please hit like and subscribe on this video, and follow us for when we post the next videos. Until next time, bye.